Y la primera intervención nos va a dar Susana Oliveira, la compañera. Isabel. ¿Sara? Isabel, perfecto. Isabel, que es socio nuestro de Portugal, por lo tanto, cedemos la palabra a Isabel. Muchas gracias.
Good morning to everyone. Let's see. Kerygma, Innovation and Social Development. Since its foundation, 1996, Kerygma has been stated in view of local development, education and training, promoting organizational initiative and enterprise, through the design and implementation of various programs and participation and active involvement in partnerships and networks, sustainable a technical team, highly prepare and organize around different areas. Vocational training, experience, more than a decade of promotion of training. 50,000 hours of training, 3,500 trainees, 500 training courses, training process integrated with vocational guidance, monitoring and personalized support in a social professional context. Example, double certification, scholar and professional courses for unemployed people in 2010-2011. Children care personnel, 9th grade and level 2. Storage operator, 9th grade and level 2. Food quality management technician, 12th grade and level 3. Quality management technician, 12th grade and level 3. Kitchen, 9th grade and level 2. Pastry baker, 9th grade and level 2. Florist, 9th grade and level 2. Hygiene and safety at work technician, 12th grade and level 3. Recognition, validation and certification of competencies. Life experience is important. It works like an open door for any training process for all adults in Portugal. Each adult passes for a diagnosis phase and then will be guided to an offer of professional, school or both, qualification. These days, this program is already involving more than 1 million adults in the market job. It aims to ensure that competencies acquired through work experience and life give a certificate. Validation and certification of competencies acquired by means formal, non-formal and informal, family, social life and community, professional, educational background and training. Entrepreneurship projects. Equal Opportunities Office aims to promote a culture of equity between women and men, seeking a balanced participation in all spheres: personal, family, professional, social, economic. Decrease the number of situations of inequality and social disadvantage. To promote equal access to education, training, and labor market. To support entrepreneurship and development of personal plans of life. Name of the project: Women Entrepreneurship Support. Training courses, 200 hours on business management, supported by Kerygma. Consulting service, 100 hours each on creating a business, supported by Equicelos. production and validation of the individual business plan, supported by Kerygma, opening of 5 different companies, regular consulting service for 2 years, Learning to Empower project. For whom? Educational communities and institutions working around acquaintanceship and citizenship with young people and adults who wish to encourage the natural creativity and culture of self-employment through entrepreneurial culture or empower-led learning to empower. What is being empowering? 1. Who undertakes? It is courage to take, worker, friend to make a living, drawing new business. An enterprising person is able to identify business opportunities. It has the ability and vision, knowing properly how to express their ideas and propose the growth of its product. An entrepreneur is someone willing to take the business risks and learn from their mistakes, because they are present in the life of the entrepreneur. But it is his duty to turn those same mistakes into future success.
Bien. Muchísimas gracias, Isabel, por tu presentación y por tu brevedad también. A continuación nos van a explicar el sistema de formación profesional Trudy Stoner, compañera del Reino Unido.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Pilar and Guillermo, for the invitation to speak today. And from the UK, we love coming back to Salamanca. We say London is our first city, but Salamanca is our second city. So thank you for the invitation. Today, I'd like to talk about entrepreneurship in education and vocational training and give you an example of good practice in the UK, but also to tell you about a new UK government initiative that will provide a new route to sustainability for our joint programme. I'll talk about, firstly, the Young Enterprise Scheme. And this was established in 1963 and is a registered charity in the UK. And it brings together business people, mentors, educators and young people to learn entrepreneurial and enterprise skills. On that note, a question. Do you believe that an entrepreneur is someone who was born an entrepreneur, or can we teach entrepreneurial skills? And I think this is something we will learn through this project as we take our young people and our young adults and we try and establish an ethos of entrepreneurial skills. Personally, I think that entrepreneurs are born with something inside them, but it takes a good teacher to take that dream in a young person and to help them develop and to show them where to find the right information and where to develop new business skills that will help them in their entrepreneurial drive. But that's only my opinion. Yours might be different. So with Young Enterprise, every year we have over 250,000 young people who go through various learning programmes. And it has a lot in common with the project we're working on. So there's a lot we can learn from each other. The idea is that business programmes will empower the next generation of entrepreneurs in the UK. And this is even more important with our current global economy and when we're having to find new jobs and create our own jobs. So each year, over 3,500 schools, colleges are involved, and also local communities, over 5,000 local communities. Young Enterprise has the backing of large businesses, which include the biggest sponsor is Cadbury. And again, we would question the ethics of a big chocolate manufacturer with children, but there you go. If they're putting money into the project, that's a good thing. The programmes vary. So in primary schools, pupils from age 4 to 12 years are involved in various programmes. So there are theoretical programmes that teach various skills which will help young people in business. And again, it's the same principle with learning a language. The earlier we start a language, the better young people can learn and the better children can learn. So the ethos is around the earlier you start to try and introduce entrepreneurial skills in young children, it's something that's natural. They grow up feeling that they're entrepreneurial. And these skills can apply whether they start their own business or whether they go to work for an employer, and they still need to have those entrepreneurial skills to be innovative, to be enterprising, and they're of more value to the employer too. In secondary schools, there are two types of programme. There's a classroom-based programme, which again teaches different modules of theory in business and theory in enterprise, but also company-based programmes, where young people are encouraged to start their own business and to try and develop funding and create income from the business. And again, they compete with each other to show which is a good business and who can make the most money. And then also, it's much more important in our higher education, in our universities, that young people come out with entreprising skills as well. So that, again, this programme can go all the way through to higher education. And that will inspire our next lot of business leaders that hopefully will come out and start businesses themselves. So the next thing I'd like to talk about is the new UK government initiative, which is the European Champions Programme, Enterprise Champions Programme, building on our European Champions Programme. Freudian slip. And this has very recently been launched at the end of March. And it's the UK government's response to the cuts we're facing in public services, but also to try and stimulate the global economy and start in the UK. So the government will support every school to develop and run its own business. So every school can set up a business and can get the pupils involved in that. And this will be funded through the Enterprise Champions Programme. That will enable schools across the country to develop entrepreneurial skills in their children, but to give them real practice. As well as that, there will be access to online materials so the schools can get more backup and more support, and there will be access to online mentors, and also business people will come out and support the schools and the children in developing the business. And it's trying to extend it so it's not just a pretend company, it's not a practice company, it's actually a real business that they'll be involved in. So why are they doing this? Well, the UK government has a whole ethos called Start-up Britain. And Start-up Britain's about trying to encourage more people to get into their own business, to get into self-employment, and to set up enterprises. I think the government's realised that we don't have the jobs, and it's going to be even tougher going forward in the current climate to create those jobs. So the alternative is to try and get people to create their own jobs, and that's the ethos behind it. And hopefully that will contribute to the recovery of our economy. There's also something that was set up by Peter Jones, who's, I don't know if you've seen the UK programme Dragon's Den, but he's one of the entrepreneurs on Dragon's Den, where people go and pitch a business idea. And he has a programme called Tenner Tycoon, which basically gives pupils £10, and they have to make as much money as they can with the £10 in a month. So again, it's a bit of a competition, it's a little amount of money, and it's just to see how they can sort of turn that £10 into £20 or £50, and who knows, perhaps in the future, €100. We shall see. Okay, so this is going to extend the programme, and it will be really valuable with the work that we're doing, because it provides almost a sustainability route that will be alternative to the ones we've already got in our vocational training centres as well. And with the backup of all of the online tools that will be available, we hope that this will be very valuable to the project that we're working together with now with our European partners. So I just want to leave you there with a comment from our business secretary, Vince Cable. And it's really about trying to rebuild the economy. And we can do that in the UK, and Isabella can do that in Portugal, and Veronica can do that in Slovakia, and Melly in Turkey, and Teresa in Poland. And how much more important is it going to be that we all work together with Spain so that we try to rebuild that economy on a Europe-wide basis? And I think today we have a valuable opportunity to start a new project where we all work together and we help each other and we learn from the best practice across Europe. So on that note, I say thank you very much for listening, and I look forward to another 2 days of working well with you all. Thank you.